IVM.
Hey guys, even though Elon Musk is trying to turn everyone into robots, you'll be happy to know that very real human beings work at IVM Podcasts, and some of them are even cool. How do I know? Well, listen to their own podcast, IVM Likes, where they recommend what they are listening to, watching, or reading. Catch IVM Likes every Monday on iTunes, Stitcher, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. And may I recommend the IVM Podcasts app.
Welcome to the Geek Food Bulletin. News, views, reviews.
Not news.
Yeah, not news. Most of the time it's not news.
Yeah.
But this is the show where we talk about things that are floating about in the nerd ether and we happen to notice them and we say, hey, what's up with that? So, welcome to that, I guess. First up, let us quickly talk about this reveal of Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker in the Todd Phillips movie. Did you see this picture?
I did see those photographs.
What'd you think?
Looked a lot like No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, he's totally like a Javier Bardem in No Country for Old Men.
I mean, that was just the haircut. But otherwise, it looks... You know how confused we both are with this timeline for this film. Like, when does it happen? How is he 40 years old? How is he still a struggling comedian at the age of 40? Get a real job.
Yeah.
You know, that vibe? And it seems very Tim Burton-y, man.
Kind of, right?
I saw some of the photographs with these clowns and stuff, and it felt very Tim. Especially those clowns remind me so much of the villains in Batman Returns, actually. Weirdly enough,
maybe.
and yeah, it felt. It's fine. I think it looks great.
It's
Todd
interesting.
Phillips, the guy who did Deadpool. No, what did he make?
That's Tim Miller. Todd Phillips made The Hangovers. He made Old School. With Will Ferrell.
Right.
And The Hangovers. I don't know if he did 3, but he definitely did 1 and 2.
Okay.
So yeah,
I was pretty
a comedy guy.
ambivalent to those films.
The Hangovers I did not like, but Old School is still one of the all-time great Will Ferrell movies.
enough.
Solid one.
Okay.
It's Will Ferrell and Owen Wilson, I want to say. No, Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson's in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. So, I mean, sure. So, is Martin Scorsese, he's producing this one, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. Man, yeah, I'm okay, cool.
Like,
sure.
I guess...
I have nothing to expect, so impress me, when it comes out. I hope it does. That's all.
I mean, it's basically... another thing DC is trying.
I actually really like Joaquin Phoenix. So he's literally the only reason why I'm kind of really invested in it. Because I think he's a good actor. And if he said yes, it means that there's something interesting in this role that he wants to... Unless he just wants his shot at being, like the Joker's kind of like an iconic role. And everyone kind of wants to do their own take and stuff with it. Which is why it's very easy to say yes to
This is a very different take, isn't it? There's a Conan segment where he talks about the reveal of the picture and he says, yeah, this is the new Joker. Then he shows the previous versions of the Joker and he goes like, look at these guys and look at this guy. Anyway, here's some more pictures from the new upcoming Joker movie. Here's his Joker-mobile and he shows a picture of this like old beaten up Toyota Tercel. And he's like, here's where he works, and it's like a normal office. Basically like the most normcore of Jokers.
That makes sense. No, fair enough. I have nothing to say about Joker.
Let's see what happens, I guess.
We just need to see a trailer probably for us to kind of really get into it.
I mean, Abhimanyu and I were talking about it,
Yeah.
and we were just saying it seems like DC is just trying social experiments at this point. Where it's like, we made Joker live a totally normal life. You won't believe what happened.
That's hilarious.
So, who knows? That's what's happening. But skipping over to Marvel,
Yeah, that's the big one.
there's a bunch of announcements of spin-off TV shows featuring characters such as Loki
Yeah.
and who else?
Scarlet Witch, if I'm not
Scarlet
mistaken.
Witch. Yes, Loki and Scarlet Witch.
So here's the thing. For me, this is what it feels like. And these are going to be live action, is it?
It seems so. And this is stuff that is probably going on to Disney's new streaming platform.
Correct, which
that
doesn't have a name
competes with-
just yet, right?
No, though I think I read something about some rumored names, but it's a while away.
Give me a rumor name, man.
I don't remember it.
It's not a movie, it's fine. You can tell me a name.
I think it was... I don't remember.
Come on, Dinkar, just come up with something.
Disney.
She. I'm glad it's just rumored.
And the rumor tagline is Disney. See this.
Salvage something.
I am pleased to announce my new role as head of marketing at Disney.
Anyway, so this is weird. So the only thing is that all I can see Marvel doing right now is building these
It's like
IPs.
a better version of HBO's tagline, okay?
What is
Disney,
it? HBO's?
see this.
What was HBO's thing?
It's not TV, it's HBO.
Oh, right. Okay, all right. I'll accept this. I have nothing to say here again. Once again. Moving on. Marvel just seems to be like building these IPs for these characters, right? Like now that they're so familiar with, like audiences are so familiar with the characters, they can just restart and make a TV show about it, and it's fine. People don't need like that much setup. Otherwise, if you announce something called Loki and just like went with it, that wouldn't make as much sense marketing wise. Like, it's good that they're trying out other stuff. Like, how I knew about this? They have a whole Funko series now. They have an animated Funko series, like a show, TV show.
Oh, yes.
Which is just about all these characters, and it's like, it's all status quo, like, so this could just be a status quo thing about Loki, and people don't need any new introduction to him because they know he's the half brother of Thor, and that's it.
And I guess that's enough. And all of these will tie into the MCU, I suppose.
No, I don't think this will tie into the MCU.
They call them spin-offs in this announcement.
That's weird.
Okay, well, I suppose we'll see.
Because everything in the Marvel TV universe has connected somehow to the...
Vaguely, though that connection falls apart slowly.
Yeah, no, but at least they are trying their best to kind of say that this is definitely part of the same thing. Because in Iron Fist, there's a big reference to like Sokovia and like a huge thing there. So they definitely are still tying it into the real world, to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I'm wondering how they would do this considering Loki's current status in the MCU. Though we don't know what happens in Avengers 4. I think they're going
there's
off
a
of
lot
that.
of questions up in the air about the MCU.
So we'll find out next year anyway.
Some of which we might find out in Captain Marvel, the teaser for which was just released.
Yes. What did you think?
I have not seen it.
You've not seen it?
No, I just
How
came
are
out
we
yesterday.
talking about this?
I don't know. Tell us about it.
No, I don't want to do that. Actually, okay, cool. I'll tell you what I thought. I thought it was...
I heard she punches a lady.
This is the first reaction like 3 different people have given me.
I haven't seen it yet. I wanted to watch it properly, so I didn't watch it like on the go, and I haven't had a chance.
Okay, so it's good. It feels like, and I don't know, you can agree or disagree with me later on, I guess, after you see it. But it feels like they're trying something different with it. It feels like something, I don't know what the story is, right? Like every story has a hook for all these Marvel films, right?
Yeah.
Like whether it's Doctor Strange saying that, it's not about you, it's about removing your ego from it and trying to live a greater life. I think this is something to do with the human condition, like, something about like, so I think about what it means to be human and how to kind of be like more than, I don't know. It feels like they have a lot of these shots in the trailer which are very Tree of Life-y.
What?
A few of them.
There's a dinosaurs?
No, there isn't a dinosaurs.
Because that's the weirdest and best part of Tree of Life.
There are some montages in this which are. It feels like it was almost shot for the trailer, or at least that sequence will feature in the film somehow. So, but I don't think it will.
Okay.
Did you ever see Doctor Strange, the trailer?
I did.
The trailer.
Doctor Strange is the trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
The trailer for Doctor Strange, right? And in that, there's a couple of match cuts, okay, that happen, which are from when he's like, rich, kind of wealthy doctor, and then it match cuts to the same position where he's kind of framed.
Yeah.
And he's like now disheveled and his hands are broken and everything like that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of that edit technique. And in the movie final film, it was not obviously cut together. It was just like a thing, that they decided to do. In this, there feels like it was a plan in the trailer to kind of do something like that. And it's interesting.
Okay.
So there's something very Tree of Life-y about it.
2 questions.
Yeah.
I will obviously watch the trailer and we'll discuss it further. But A, does it excite you for the movie?
I'm already kind of excited. Though
Of course.
Captain Marvel is not a character's...
Has it raised your already existing expectations for the movie?
I have medium expectations of all Marvel films. I don't have very high expectations except for when it's got to do with Cap or... Because Spidey I didn't, Guardians I don't, none of these movies I do. Only like, I guess, Civil War or Infinity War, my expectations are high.
At this point, a lot of Marvel movies.
Huh?
At this point, a lot of Marvel movies because there's so much like crossover.
Right. So, those are when I'm excited. For Ant-Man and the Wasp, I don't like, but I'm excited for it, like in the sense that, I really want to
Average
watch
level
a new...
of excitement. This one didn't change that significantly.
No, it didn't. Though it does have like a couple of cool shots which remind me a lot of the comics. Even though I've not read a Captain Marvel solo arc, I've always seen her in context of other things.
Yeah.
So, but it looks cool, man.
Does
It's
this,
pretty cool.
my second question, does this answer/raise any questions given what's happening in the MCU?
Yeah. A lot more questions. Just more questions. That's it. I think that was the point of the teaser anyway. So it's good. For now, I'm excited. Good graphics, obviously. That's what you can always
Of course.
account from Marvel. No, man. I mean, DC...
Did you watch the trailer and go, I got to see this? Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
Yeah, I did, of
Okay,
course.
cool.
I mean, I wanted to see it regardless. But yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, we heard that Henry Cavill might be not playing Superman anymore.
I thought that was official.
I don't know if it's official
It's
or
so
not.
weird. He put up this Instagram where
It was a
just,
legit source, but it said Warner Brothers is planning to announce, is what I read.
That's so weird. The same day this whole thing happened,
Mm-hmm.
Henry Cavill on his Instagram put this one weird video of him just in the frame, and then from the bottom of a frame, an action figure of Superman comes
Yeah,
up.
what's
and
up
then
with
goes
that?
down, and that's it. I thought that was some kind of weird, like,
What
is
does
he
that
just being
mean?
cheeky?
Yeah.
Is he saying that, oh, I'm no longer Superman, or does that mean that, oh, all of this is bullshit? I don't know what it means.
Henry Cavill, what a weirdo. But relevant to that, John Hamm was doing an interview and someone said, would you play Batman? And he said, yeah, I'd love to. And I am
always thought he
all
was-
for it.
I've always thought, my flatmate Abhimanyu and I, we always talk about John Hamm being a good fit for Bruce Wayne. Slightly older, but cool, man. I would dig it. Though I was really more inclined to see the Jake Gyllenhaal Batman. I think that would be
True.
really good. I think he embodies the Bruce Wayne, the darkness of that.
John Hamm is an underrated dude.
Well,
He
he's
is like
fair.
legit
He's a great
actor.
comedy actor,
He's
actually.
such a good comedy actor.
Yeah.
He's
I just
hilarious.
saw him in Tag, which is not a very good movie, but still, he's great. Good chops, man. Chops, all of them. Chops.
All chops.
All chops.
He was
Jeremy
great on-
Renner, man. Chops. Funny
Of course.
guy.
Also can do funny really well.
He's really funny. He's so funny in the Avengers, man.
True,
Like, he's great in
yeah.
the Avengers. Like, my favorite line is like arguably a Hawkeye line, man, which is like, there are robots outside.
Yeah.
I've got a bow and arrow. None of this makes sense.
From Ultron.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah.
Well, some other news was that the Emmys happened.
Yeah, I've not seen it. Do you watch award shows now?
I
only watch the Oscars and the Golden Globes, maybe. I've stopped
I
watching
might.
VMAs.
So I tend to now just watch the hosty segments,
Yeah.
and I'll read like a roundup of the awards.
Yeah, it's no point watching. It's like 2
So-
hours, 3 hours.
What's interesting is the Game of Thrones won a bunch of stuff, and I don't know. This was a weak season, isn't it?
That's fine. When does that matter?
I suppose so.
As long as Game of Thrones exists, it's going to win awards. And that's how it is. That's how most shows have been, man. Like, when shows run, for as long as they run, they win the main awards,
I
man.
guess so, but yeah,
It's a
I mean, just a
popularity
weak season.
contest in many ways.
The
like-
Marvelous Mrs. Maisel won a bunch of stuff.
yeah. It's a good show. A really good show.
That is interesting.
Yeah,
And
they've already been greenlit for season 3, and season 2
Yeah.
has not even dropped yet.
also, John Legend is now an EGOT.
He's an EGOT.
He's what? The first African American man to be an EGOT, apparently.
Whoopi is the first.
I mean, Tracy Jordan did it before him.
No, but Tracy Jordan did it after Whoopi.
Correct.
Because
Yes.
she's there in that episode of 30 Rock.
She was like, put that Oscar down, black man.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So
Tracy
yeah,
Jordan.
John Legend, man, dude's killing it.
Man, fantastic.
I would have thought John Legend
What did he
would've-
win it? He won the Emmy for what?
I don't even know. He won it last week, in fact, not even the televised Emmys.
Yeah,
he
not
won
the
like one of the
televised one.
smaller Emmys.
It was. I found it because of Chance the Rapper, who was just like, "Hey, congrats, John Legend! You're the first, black man to do it."
Correct. And
And,
Chance the Rapper is in more news/not news. He is going to be in a movie called Pizza Delivery or something like that.
Something like
but
that.
an A24 horror film.
Yeah, great.
What is happening in this universe, man?
But Chance the
is also
Rapper
killing it.
is a very awesome, cool guy.
He's just a cool guy in
Like,
general.
apart from his music, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
His music is great, which is the kind of rap also that I like.
Yeah.
And but he's a cool guy. I told you, man. Like my most favorite things ever done is tweet about or Instagram about Teen Titans Go the movie.
Yeah.
Go to the movies. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, "You're Chance the Rapper. You don't need to be doing any of this, but you do it anyway, and
He
I
just
love you
does
for
cool
it."
stuff. He
He's
has
just
a
cool
great
guy.
cover of the Arthur theme song.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah. I got no problems with him.
Yeah, he's a cool.
I don't
guy.
got no problems
And
with him.
he's had an insane life,
Yeah.
He's got a crazy life story, like really legit. Like if you haven't, for those of you listening, if you haven't checked it out, just like do a little research.
Follow the
and
dude in
see-
general.
See what he's been up to. It's crazy. But yeah,
Well, yeah, that's about what's been happening in the news/not news for this week. Tune into a full episode this week where we're talking about 2 horror films from 2 parts of the world. The Nun in English and Stree in Hindi. And make sure to check out the Nerdatorium where we're talking to a non-scary person, Harshvardhan Kapoor. He's actually pretty cool.
yeah, cool guy.
We're talking to him about Bhavesh Joshi, the film. You should definitely see this at Geek Fruit HQ on all the socials.
Have you gotten yourself a gym membership and shown up only a few times? Are long working hours cutting your fitness goals short? How about you change things a little? Even a small effort can make a big difference. And I'll tell you how and what exactly. Hi guys, I'm Coach Urmi, and on the Kinetic Living podcast, you can look forward to some interesting stories of people who have changed the way they look at fitness after their kinetic journeys. Episodes out every Wednesday on the IVM app, website, and anywhere you get your podcast from.
Do you have a night routine? Well, everyone has one. And the to-do list usually looks like this. Brush your teeth, set that alarm, get into your pajamas, and switch off those screens. But here's one more to add to that list. Tune into the Positively Unlimited podcast for a dose of positive action and tips on how to build powerful mindsets. Episodes out every Monday on the IVM Podcast app, ivmpodcast.com, or wherever you tune into podcasts.